Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 6. And in today's episode, what we're going to do is continue to add some of the structure. So continue to add some of the practical steps that you can do. And in order to do this, we're going to think about building positive habits. So we talked a little bit about the processes involved, and we've talked a little bit about how your identity is your repeated beingness. So if we can start to help you build some small but positive habits, then as you do them day after day after day, that starts to create the identity of the person that you want to be. Okay? I did mention identity is quite a big one, didn't I? So when we're thinking about habits, we can think about the wonderful work of James Clear, and he basically summarized it in 4 laws of behavior change. Okay, so the first one is to just make it obvious. Okay, so if there's a habit that you'd like to start, let's say working out, for example, then to make it as obvious as possible, you could have your working out clothes on the floor in the middle of the bedroom. So as soon as you get up out of bed, there are your workout clothes. Or before you go to work, you could leave your exercise clothes right in the middle of the living room or the dining room. So the first room you enter when you get home, there are your exercise clothes. So you're giving yourself the most obvious cue possible to trigger you to take some form of action. Okay, so making it obvious is probably the most important one because it gives you that visual cue that sets you and triggers you into action. Okay, so the next one is make it attractive. Okay, so the way that you can do that is by combining it with something that you already love to do. So if, for example, you get home from work, you go into the living room, you've got your big visual cue, then as soon as you've done your exercise, then set up something that you love to do immediately afterwards. So you're basically giving yourself an attractive reward for doing that habit. Okay? So what you're doing is you're just making it even easier to do it because you're making it as attractive as possible. Another way around you could do it is, for example, if you're going to work, is it possible for you to run to work or cycle to work? Because you have to go to work, we'll talk about the have tos, but if you're currently in a situation where you do have to go to work, then if you're going to travel there anyway, if you were to use your exercise as a means of transport, then that means you're pairing something you want to do with something that you have to do. So it just sort of combines them together. So you can either use a reward or you can use something that you're going to be doing anyway. Okay? A different way that you could approach that is to start to hang around people who do it naturally. Start to hang around with people who just do it day to day, just like it's like breathing. So in our example of exercising, are you more likely to be motivated to do it if you're sitting at home alone or if you're in the gym? So could you use that big visual cue of your gym clothes or exercise clothes in the middle of the floor as a sign that you need to go to the gym? Or could you have your keys there as well so you're ready to go? Or could you have your cycle ready so you can just bike there? Basically, the more you can hang around people who enjoy doing it or do it naturally, then through a positive dose of healthy social approval, you'll start to do it more automatically anyway. Because you wouldn't go to the gym and just sit there and eat a burger, would you? So if you're going to the gym, you're going to work out, and that means you're giving yourself an even easier way to actually complete the task you want to do. Okay, so we've got just make it obvious and then make it attractive. Okay, the next part is to make it easy. Okay, and when we say make it easy, we recommend using the 2-minute rule. So to begin with, for any positive habit you're starting to build, you should be able to start it and finish it inside 2 minutes. Okay, so I can share my one with you for this one. In order to get me exercising, to begin with, I did 1 minute of star jumps, and 1 minute of squats. Okay, and that was my workout done. Okay, and as I just did that day after day, so my gym clothes were out and ready, I made it attractive, so I combined it with a little bit of meditation that I do afterwards, which I really enjoy. And I made it easy, so I did it for just 2-minute bursts. And as I just did that over the course of a few days, it's so easy, I can't even find a reason not to do it. And as I just kept on repeating doing it, then we think our behaviors drive our feelings. And when we're thinking about, right, I am the person who works out every day. I am the type of person who exercises regularly. So then I do the behavior, and I've made that behavior so easy, I couldn't possibly not do it. And as a result of actually doing the behavior that's in alignment with the type of person I want to be, that gives me that energizing boost. That gives me the post-workout high, and I only did 2 minutes. And often what you'll find then is because you've started, even though you only agree to do 2 minutes, you may well go on to do 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 minutes because you've started. The idea is to make it as easy as possible and set yourself up a nice low target so you can happily go beyond it. But if you don't, you're still affirming the type of person you want to be because you're doing the type of behaviors that fits with the person that you want to be. Okay? And then the last one is to make it satisfying. Okay? So the easiest way to do this is to give yourself an immediate reward after you do the positive habit. Okay, so we want to be a little bit careful with this one because the reward that you give yourself, first of all, it needs to be immediate, so it can't be sort of at the weekend or 5 days later. And then also it needs to be in alignment with the type of habit you're working to create. So in our exercise example, if your immediate reward was to have a bag of chips or something like that, then that isn't congruent, it isn't in balance, in alignment with what you actually want to achieve in terms of exercising and working out regularly. So it could be you watch one of your favorite videos. It could be that you have a lovely piece of fruit that you only have on special occasions. It could be that you have a little book that you like to read, so you can read a little passage. You can have any little reward. It could be going up to your partner and having a bit of a kiss and a cuddle, speaking to a friend on the phone. But whatever happens, make it immediate and make it rewarding, because it's that rewarding part that will get you to keep doing it. Okay, so then we're just recapping. So we're making it obvious, big visual cue. We're making it attractive, so we're pairing it with something to make it even easier, or we're hanging around people who do it naturally. Make it easy, so keep it under 2 minutes, and then there's no reason not to do it. And then lastly, you make it satisfying by combining a reward in there somewhere, and it needs to be immediate. And what we'll find then is we're adding simple, easy, and effective strategies and combining that with the type of person you want to be and that future self, that image still in mind. Okay, and all of these will just start to add up and they'll start to compound. And hopefully by now, you're continuing to notice that actually you can be the person that you want to be and you can make the changes that you want to make. You might need a little bit of help along the way, but at least these little ideas will get you moving in the right direction. Okay, so that's all for this episode, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Okay, take care. Bye.